Leaving menus. Folder view. List view. Not selected. JAWS 2019.
Hi everyone, Dr. Robinson here with another webinar.
Folder view. List view. Not selected.
And today we're going to hit Outlook, show you how to get it set up and how to get it connected from the browser. And if we have time, I would really like to hit YouTube videos also, but we'll just see what we've got, see what we've got time for, and then just hit it all. Okay, so what we want to do first is I want to show you where we want to go and then how to get there. So I'm going to open Word first, and my hotkey is
Windows 1. Taskbar. Opening. Opening Word. Shift Windows right arrow. List box Word. Escape. Edit.
And
T-A-I-S-I-S-I-E.
So the child has typed out their work, and now they want to get it off to the teacher very fast. Now these commands are going to slightly be different based on whether you have 365, Office, 2016, 2010, whatnot. But it's all under File. So you're going to do Alt-F.
Alt-F, backstage view, file list box.
Mine, I am 365, so I'm going to be Z. 2016 is also Z, but it's E for email, A for attachment. Mine, I hit Z.
List box share. Please upload your document to one.
And I can tab one time to Word. I could tab twice to PDF, but I'm going to tab once.
Attach a copy instead. Word document button to activate. Press.
So what you're going to notice if you do upgrade to 365, it is a lot faster. If you're using older ones, it's going to be like Alt-F, H-E-A. Share was done a little bit differently. But remember, all you have to do is hit your Alt key and look at the letter of what it is, and you can really kind of teach yourselves. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'm going to hit Escape and show you again.
Escape. Edit.
Okay. So if you're not sure how to do the commands, I'm just going to hit the Alt key, and the Alt key will always take you to any menu. So I'm going to hit Alt.
Upper ribbon, home tab. To change ribbons, use left or right arrow.
Touch them up. Now, you can see the letters. File is F and home is H. So even if you don't remember it and you are visual and you're teaching a student, just have them hit the Alt key, and you just need to know, I need to go to File, and they're like, okay, hit F, right? Because it's very visual. So I'm going to hit F.
F, leaving menus, leaving ribbons, Alt followed by F.
So visually, you're going to look down the bar. If you're not visual, you're going to down arrow and here. But visually, you can see it's Z. If you down arrow, you're going to hear share is Z. So I'm going to hit Z.
Z. List box share. Selected OneDrive personal Mellenbacher at hotmail.com. 1 of 1. To move to an item, press the arrow keys.
Now it says arrow keys, but they don't work. So if I down arrow or up arrow, they don't work. So JAWS is not, or any screen reader is not always going to give you the exact correct command. So you do need to realize if it's not arrow, then you're going to tab. If it's when you need to select something, it's either space bar or enter. Most of the times they are interchangeable, but not always. And you will learn that as you move along in your programs. So I'm going to tab one time, and I'm going to do Word document. If you're new to this and you cannot see, you need to always tab around every context menu, every window that opens, so you do know what is contained within that view window. So I'm going to tab once.
Attach a copy instead. Word document button to activate. Press enter.
I'm going to hit enter.
Edit.
Here we go. Now, we're waiting for Outlook to open.
Document 1 message HTML to edit. Type in text.
I'm also going to tell you, I always tell the kids, wait 5 seconds. If it has not opened in the top, it's opened in the background. So all you have to do is sit on your Alt and tab to it. So if your Outlook is set up correctly, it will open, but it does often open in the background. So that's just information for you. What's nice about this is if you tab through.
CC edit, type in text, subject edit, document 1, type in text, Alt plus U.
If you have saved this and labeled it, it will be in the subject, which is really great. And of course, you're going to teach your students to always save their documents with F12 first. So it's going to be labeled correctly, and then always listen for the attachment.
Document 1.docs 18 KB 1 of 1 attachments button to activate, press space bar.
And then of course you tab to your message body.
Edit.
And the student's going to say, please see attached, and they're going to insert their signature into that, and then Alt-S to send.
T-H-I-I-S-I-E.
Alt-S to send.
It upper ribbon, Alt-S. Escape, leaving menus, leaving ribbons, edit.
Don't sit on the Alt and let go. Alt S to send.
Alt S, Microsoft Outlook dialog. We need to know who to send this to. Make sure you enter at least one name. OK button to activate. Press space bar.
I forgot to put in to send it to.
Space, document one message HTML to edit, type in text.
It immediately puts me back there. And so I can go
DE.
ahead and just type in.
Nice, enter.
Don't we love that? Okay. And then go ahead and Alt S.
Alt S.
Do remember to put all that in.
Document one word, edit.
Okay, so that's where we want to get to. So the students can be in Word, they can work in their documents and instantly send it off, and they don't have to save it. If it's like a quick spelling test or a quick quiz and the teacher says, hand it all in, the student doesn't have to label it, they can just send it off really quickly. So Alt F4 out of there.
Alt F4, file name, this is it, file name, this is it, file name, Alt N.
I'm not going to save it.
Zoom Pro account, start.
So how do we get this all set up? So I'm going to hit my start key, open Outlook.
Cortana, O-U-T, out, Outlook app, enter.
Right? And I'm going to get
opening
rid
Outlook
of what I want to set up.
Menu, connectivity to your server, connected to Microsoft.
Now, the first thing I'm going to do is Control Y, and visually you can already see how many accounts I have set up here. So I'm going to Control Y.
Control Y, leaving menus, go to folder dialog, 3 view, inbox. And
I always tell my students, close your folders because they all have more than 1 or 2 accounts.
Mellenbacher@hotmail.com, open.
And it's open, so I'm going to left arrow and close it.
Mellenbacher@hotmail.com, closed.
And now I have all of my emails easily set up here.
Accounting at your Denise M. Robinson at Touchland Division at TechVision on TechVision Training at yourdicvision.com, closed.
I'm going to get rid of
TechVision, Touchland Division at gmail.com, closed.
I'm going to get rid of teachblindlowvision at gmail.com, and then I'm going to actually put it back on so you can actually see how to do this. Now, if I hit enter on this right now, I would immediately go into it.
Enter. Touchlanddivision at gmail.com Outlook list box. To move to an item, press the arrow keys. Connectivity to your server connected.
Now, let's go ahead and remove this. I'm going to do Alt F to go to my file.
Alt F, backstage view, file list box, info 1 of 9. To move to an item, press.
You always want to do it off of your info tab.
Info, selected account combo box, touchlanddivision at gmail.com. To change the select, add account button, add an email.
If you want to add, that's where you're going. But I'm going to go down to my account settings.
Menu, account settings, submenu. To move through items, press up or down arrow, alt followed, enter, account settings, A.
And enter again to my account settings.
Enter, leaving menus, email accounts, email tab. To switch pages, press.
Now, I have many emails, so I need to tab into my list view before I remove it. And you're going to listen to the hotkeys as you move through.
Toolbar new ... button. To activate, press the space bar, alt plus N.
See, Alt N, and it tells me, so keep tabbing.
Toolbar change ... button.
Okay, I'm going to keep going.
Toolbar remove button.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and go into my list view. And if it's not speaking to you, I have mine on advanced, so it's not going to give me as much feedback. But if you have it on beginner, and of course, I always highly suggest all beginner students are on high verbosity. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll show you in just a moment. Tab to my list view.
Toolbar move down button. Act list view. Mellenbacher@hotmail.com. Microsoft Exchange send from this account by default.
I'm going to go down arrow to teach blind low vision.
TechVision Denise M. Rob accounting at touchlanddivision at gmail.com /s.
And I'm going to Alt M to remove it.
Microsoft Outlook dialog. Careful, if you remove this account, its offline cached content will be deleted. Learn how to make a backup of the offline .ost file. Do you want to continue? No button. To activate, press spacebar.
Yes.
Yes button. To activate, press spacebar. Space. Account settings dialog. Email account.
And it is instantly gone. Now I'm going to hit escape to get out.
Escape. Inbox. Mellenbacher.
If you were not sure what I was talking about with a verbosity, it's insert 6. Insert 6.
Outlook JAWS settings center dialog. Search box edit. Type in text. Control plus E.
Okay. So I'm going to type
V E R B.
I'm going to
verb web verbosity B. Verb 8 search results list box. Web verbosity level high. Reading web /HTML/P. Configure web speech verbosity.
Speech verbosity. I'm going to hit F6 to go over to my options.
Speech verbosity page. Verbosity level intermediate radio button checked. 2 of 3. To change the selection.
Or advanced is going to give you less verbosity. While I am here, you have enable speech history here. So if you're talking software, and it will, tells you everything from where you just were to where you are going to where you are now. I want you to tab into Enable Speech History and uncheck that box. This is under speech verbosity also, or you can do Alt-E. I'm going to go ahead and tab to that point.
Configure verbosity levels beginner ... button to activate. Press spacebar. Alt. Configure verbosity levels configure verbosity level intermediate radio button checked 2 of 3 to change. Configure verbosity levels beginner ...
Let me go to Enable Speech Verbosity or Enable Speech History, and it's because I don't have my default set. So if I Control Shift D,
JAWS settings center default all applications.
Right. Visually, you notice that it immediately allows you to change these configurations. So now I'm going to tab.
Configure verbosity level. Configure verbosity levels at enable speech history checkbox not checked. To check, press spacebar. Alt plus E.
By default, that is checked. So even at beginner mode, and I usually have the kids keep this for a few months, but then when they start moving their fingers too fast and getting kind of sloppy with their commands, I have them turn this off, and then they get they get a lot more, direct, paying attention to what they're doing because they know they're going to hear exactly what they need to hear. So do get that unchecked, and that will really help with how much output is spoken. And then Alt-A to apply this. I'm going to hit Escape and get out.
Escape.
Okay.
Inbox melon.
So here we are. We have removed this. So now we are going to go into Gmail and we're going to load it again. I'm going to Alt F4 out.
Alt F4. Start meeting button unavailable to act.
Okay. I'm going to Windows 2 and open
Windows 2 taskbar.
You can do this from any
address and search bar. Edit. Type in text. Control plus L about blank.
Okay. I want to get into
Gmail. Mail. Enter. Gmail. Google Chrome. Email or phone. Edit. Type in text.
Okay. So here we go.
TEACHBLIN. Teachland. Autofill list box expanded. Touch enter. Email or phone edit. Invalid entry. Touchland division. Type in enter. Email or phone edit. Touchland division. Entry.
And sign in with my
password. Star.
Yeah, type
star.
Fast. Let's see if I did it right.
Star. Enter your password. Password edit. Bullet star. How
about I slow down?
Star. Enter your password. Password edit. Bullet. Gmail. Google Chrome for slow connections.
Okay. So
you are now connected.
What you're going to do is you need to go into your contacts. If you do Insert Z, cursor off, this allows you your quick nav options. So I'm going to Insert Z.
Off.
Now I'm going to do GC, go contacts. GC.
Untitled Google Chrome, Google Contacts.
Now this is a brand new account. This is specifically done for the webinars. And I don't have any contacts in here, so let's actually create one so I can show you how to export it. So I'm going to insert F5.
Select the form field dialog. List 1, list view, main menu.
Okay. And I'm going to hush them up. I'm going to hit C for create contact.
C, create contact, contacts frequently. C, create contact button, 9 of 10.
Okay.
Enter. Create contact button to activate. Press spacebar. Create contact.
Because insert F5 only brings you there.
Enter. Dialog. First name edit as pop-up. End invalid.
Okay.
Type in text. Autofill list box. Enter. Google Contacts. Google Chrome. Dialog. First name edit as.
Okay, but it doesn't have my email.
Last name edit as pop. Remove button. G/ company edit as. Job title edit. Remove button. Email edit. Type in text. DNIEROB. Denise Rob. GAILGCOM.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and tab to save.
Label edit. Add button. Select the phone edit. Label edit. Collapsed. Add button. Notes edit. Type. Remove button. Show more button. Cancel button. Save button to activate. Press space. Google Contacts. Dialog. Close button. Denise Robinson to activate. Press space. Alt F4. Start meeting button unavailable to activate. Press space bar.
Didn't want to do that. Windows 2.
Windows 2. Taskbar. Address and search bar edit.
I wanted to escape on that. So let's go ahead and get back there again.
AGIL. Enter. Blank. Collapsed visited link using Gmail with screen. Enable desktop notifications for Gmail. Off.
And GC.
GC. Untitled Google Chrome. Google Contacts.
And visually you can see that I have a contact there. So now we need to go to export, and I can tell you those are buttons, and they should be under Insert F5.
Select the form field dialog. List 1, list view, search.
But if you open your form field and
edit contact button 13 of 14.
There is no export. So hit escape.
Escape to activate. Press.
Hit the letter B.
Help menu button settings menu button Google Apps button Google account create contact button labels button expanded create label button import button export button.
Now, for whatever reason, this page, wait for an update and they will correct this and it will be under Insert F5 because buttons do belong under Insert So just keep checking that. Insert F5. If it's still not there, you know it's a button. And you just hit B to get there. And you're going to go ahead and hit Enter to open it.
Enter. Export contacts. Learn more dialog. Google CSV radio button checked. 1 of 3.
No, you don't want to do a Google CSV. You want to go to Outlook, so you're going to down arrow one time.
Outlook CSV radio button not checked. 2 of 3. Space. Outlook CSV radio button checked. 2 of 3.
And you're going to go ahead and tab to export.
Cancel button to export button to activate space. Alert. Downloading. Alert. Download complete. Contacts.csv. Press Shift plus F6.
Okay, we can Control J here, and that is true. You can go down to your downloads export in any browser with Control J. Let's show you that.
Control J. Leaving menus. Search, downloads, edit, type in text. More actions, but table, column 1, row 1, grid, contacts.cs.
You can also go to your downloads folder, so hit your Windows key.
Search box at DOW, do see web results, downloads, enter.
Okay, that's another
See users,
way.
mail, downloads, items, view, multi-select list box, today, last week expanded, last week, today expanded, contacts.csv, 2/7/.
I'm going to Alt F4 because I'm going to show you all the ways that you can access this.
Alt F4, grid.
You can also Windows E to your File Explorer.
Windows E. File Explorer, items, view, multi-select list box.
D to downloads.
D, downloads.
Enter and
Enter.
open.
Downloads, items, view, list box, space, contacts.csv.
And there it is also. So you can hit enter on any of these. Okay, so here we are in our Excel, and I'm going to tell you, make sure you do save this as an Excel. So just
F12. Save as dialog, file name, edit combo, contacts.csv. To set the value, use the arrow keys or type.
Just leave it the same. It's fine. And just go ahead and Alt S or hit enter to save.
Enter. Save as dialog. Confirm save as dialog. Contacts.csv already exists. Do you want to replace it? No button. To activate, press spacebar. Alt plus N. Alt Y. Possible data loss. Blank. P12.
Okay. Make sure you close it because you're going to have to close it in order to import it into Outlook. Alt F4.
Alt F4.
Now, we need to do something else that's very imperative, and you cannot connect up Outlook at all unless you do this. I'm going to Control 1 because Control 1 is my first tab that I opened in Gmail.
Control 1, table, column 1, row 1.
I'm going to insert F5.
Select the form field dialog, list 1.
I'm going to hush them up. I need to hit G to go to Google Account. So I'm going to hit G.
G, Google Apps button, G, Google Account, teach blind low vision touch.
I'm going to hit Enter to open.
Enter. Banner region, Google Account, teach blind low vision touch, blind vision, enter.
Enter again. Okay, you are going to tab until you hear Manage your Google Account.
Okay, link.
Okay, and my JAWS has decided to stop talking. Let's see if we can refresh him. Insert escape and refresh.
Screen updated, expanded.
Okay, and he's still not talking, but it does show up on my Braille display and it says manage your Google account. This is another huge advantage of having a Braille display. So when your JAWS decides to stop talking or the screen reader that you're using, you have a backup of your Braille display. I'm going to hit enter on that.
Enter Untitled Google Chrome. Manage your info, privacy, and security to make Google work better for you. 5 regions, 7 headings, and 15 links. Google account, banner, link account, search Google account.
I do know that I need to go to security, and that is a link. Insert F7.
Links list dialog. Links list view. Account 1 of 5 S. Security 5 of 15. Enter Google account. Page loaded. Google account.
Okay. The next thing is, I know I need to go to less secure apps. I could do a find command here, or I can bring up my links.
Links list dialog. Links list view. L. Learn about less secure app. L.
Yep. Learn about less secure apps and devices. Now, listen.
Turn on access not recommended. 19 of 24.
Turn on access. So you can go ahead and hit L. You're going to hear that. You can down arrow, turn on access. Yeah, you have to. You have to turn on access. Hit enter.
Enter. Loading ... Page loaded. Less secure app access.
Okay. You can tab.
Navigation region. Back main region. Checkbox not checked. To check, press space bar. Space checked unavailable. Checked. Updated.
This right here is going to allow you to connect up to Outlook. So if you have attempted it before and you didn't know why you couldn't do it, it's because of this right here. Now we can connect this up. I'm going to leave this open because we already know technology can be problematic. Hit your
search box, edit, type O-U-T, out, Outlook app, enter. Opening Outlook. Inbox Mellenbacher at hotmail.com.
Okay, we're going to hush them up. We know we need to go back to our file and our accounts. Alt F.
Alt F. Backstage view. File list box. Info. 1 of 9. Info. Selected account. Add account button. Add an email account or other connection. To add space. Advanced options. Collapsed button. Collapsed. To activate.
So it has teachblindlowvision@gmail.com. Type in the email that you need. If it's Gmail, typically we can just tab to connect and it will connect right up. If it is another type of extension, you have to go to advanced options. We know this is Gmail. Gmail, Google, one of the most popular and common platforms in schools. So my guess is this is probably what you have. I'll have another lesson down the road with even more advanced Outlook commands. Let's tab to connect.
Advanced options. Collapse. Connect button. To activate, press enter. Space. Outlook email address progress indicator. Adding teachblindlowvision@gmail.com. Adding.
And account was successfully added. That easy. So if you want to add another, just tab to add another.
Account successfully added. Add another email address. Add another.
So you could type in another email address right now and it would add, but I want to say done.
Advanced options. Collapse. Done button. To activate, press enter. Space. Main region. Checkbox checked. To clear checkmark. Press.
Next issue. I love how that popped me off. I'm going to alt tab.
Less secure. Inbox teachblindlowvision@gmail.com.
The next thing we want to do is we want to load
new notification from Outlook. Google
into Teach Blind. So here we go.
New notification from Outlook. Microsoft Outlook. Microsoft Outlook test met.
Here we go. We're going to go into File and then Export. So Alt F.
Alt F. Backstage view. File list box. Info. 1 of 9. To open and export.
And tab to import and export.
Open and export. Open Outlook data file. Import/export button not checked. To active space. Import and export wizard dialog. Import data from other file.
Leave the defaults. Import from another program or file. Yes. Alt N.
Alt N. Import a file dialog. Select file type to import from list box. Comma separated values. 1 of 2.
Yes.
To move to an item, press the arrow keys. Alt plus S.
Separated values. Alt N.
Alt N. Import a file. File to import. Edit. See users mail downloads V.
Okay, let's go browse for it.
Browse ... button to activate. Press space. Browse dialog. File name. Edit combo. To set the value, use the arrow keys or type the value. Alt plus N.
If you're not in your downloads folder already, do an Alt D. I'll go ahead and go through the steps, even though we just left off here. Show it should be here. And visually, you can actually see export CSV. It's not the one you want. You want to use contacts CSV. So you could do Alt D.
Alt D. Address edit combo. See users D. O.
W.
X.
Whoops.
X. W.
Down arrow to downloads.
Downloads.
Enter.
Enter. Toolbar all location split button.
If you know the name, you can Alt N and start typing it.
Alt N. File name. Edit combo. To set the value, UC. O.
Down arrow to contact.
Contacts.csv.
Okay. You could have also tabbed all the way to your list view. Just takes longer. Once the kids get pretty advanced at this, they know they can just live between Alt D and Alt N. Hit enter.
Enter. Contacts.csv. Import a file dialog. File. Browse ... button. Options allow duplicates to be created.
You've got your options. You can up arrow to replace duplicates, down arrow to do not import duplicates. I'm just going to leave it as allow duplicates, and I'm going to Alt N to next.
Alt N. Preview inbox to move through or expand.
Where do we want to save this? We want to save it in our contact folder, right? So C to contact.
C2. Conflicts. C1. Calendar for C. Contacts. Open.
Yeah. And hit enter.
Enter. The following actions will be performed. Generic 1 list view. Import contacts.csv into folder. Contacts 1 of 1. To move to items.
What want to do, so tab to finish.
Map custom. Change destination. Back button to finish button to activate. Press space.
And it's
Inbox Mellenbacher at hotmail.com. Outlook list box.
That imported very, very quickly because I only had 1 contact. If you have more, which most people do, it's going to take just a little bit longer. So now I'm going to go ahead and Control Y.
Control Y. Go to folder dialog. Preview inbox 100.
Let's get these closed.
0. Mellenbacher at hotmail. Mellenbacher at hotmail.com. Closed.
Let's go down and check to see if it's there.
Accounting. Denise M. Teachblindlowvision@gmail.com. Closed. Enter. Teachblindlowvision@gmail.com. Outlook list box. To move to an item, press the arrow.
Now I'm going to tell you, I forgot to right arrow and then go down to inbox because visually you can see nothing comes up. Auditorily, you can see that also. So let's just tweak that a little bit more. Control Y.
Control Y. Go to folder dialog. Preview teachblindlowvision@gmail.com. Closed. To teachblindlowvision@gmail.com. 1. Inbox. 5 unread messages. 1 of 4.
And enter.
Enter. Inbox teachblindlowvision@gmail.com. Outlook list box. Unread. Microsoft Outlook.
Okay, so Microsoft Outlook, that was the test. That's the security. Google.
Unread. Google critical security alert. 12:26 p.m. 11 k.
Not a critical issue. for whatever reason it thinks it is. I'm going to tell you in April, Google is planning on stopping Gmail to go to Outlook or any clients. What I will tell you is if you get this all set up first, then you got it. Okay. So that's how you get this going in here. So now let's go ahead. I'm actually going to add emails. How do you add them quickly? So you can already Control N.
Control N, untitled message HTML to edit, type in text.
And if you have more than one email here, I'm going to go over quickly again how you change that. We want to Alt M.
Menu, millenbacher@hotmail.com. To move through items, press up or down arrow A.
Okay, and then all my accounts are here.
TechVision training at your Denise M. Robin. Accounting at your TechVision on Touchlandlevision at gmail.com. Enter, leaving menus to edit, type in text.
Make sure you actually have the correct account. If you do not know your contact, well, if I start typing Denise.
DeniseRob@gmail.com. DeniseRob@gmail.com. Recent people. 1 of 2. Enter.
Let's say you cannot remember your contact. Go ahead and do an Alt-T.
Alt-T. Select names, contacts, search edit, type in text. Alt+S. ROBIN.
Robin.
Robin, blank, extended, select list box, name Robin Taylor, display name taylor@ox.wednet.edu, email address, enter, select names, contacts,
automatically inserts it. You literally can just start typing other names.
SHAR.
Add Sharon, and of course, Sharon comes up on my bro display. If you can't hear it.
Char, blank, name Sharon, display name Swatkins at Steve, enter, select names, contacts.
So you can immediately, if you want to add a lot of people, you can just start typing the
name again. T-E-D.
Okay.
Ted, blank, extended, select name Ted, break, display name Ted, enter, select names, contacts, Ted.
Okay, so that's how fast you can add contacts. As soon as you're done with that, hit enter.
Enter, untitled message HTML to edit, DeniseRob@gmail.com.
I'm going to hush him up, automatically insert there, and of course he keeps reading them off. Now let's say this was actually sent in an email. Now I would tab through, I would do a subject and go to my message body edit. But I can also Control-Shift, left arrow, and select these. Let's say they were not added and I just got it.
Ted underline, Swatkin, Taylor, DeniseRob@gmail.com, selected.
Okay, you can select them, and of course you can add them to your address book.
Space.
Okay, so let's talk about how you're going to add new addresses to an address book. Let's escape.
Escape. Microsoft Outlook dialog. Want to save your changes? Alt-N. Inbox touchlandlevision@gmail.com. Outlook list box unread. Google critical security alert.
Different account because I don't have a whole lot in here, so I'm going to Control Y.
Control Y. Go to folder dialog. 3 unread messages closed. To move D0. Millenbacher@hotmail.com. 1. Inbox. Enter. Inbox Millenbacher@hotmail.com. Outlook list box. To move to an item, press the arrow keys.
Okay, let's just add a contact.
Health tip. Amazon, Apple, David Robinson, Re, Dr. Denise M. Enter. Re, Dr. Denise M.
You're going to Shift Tab up to this contact.
Info bar read, send read only, to read only edit, Dr. Denise M. Toolbar reply button to, from read only edit, David Robinson, David@communic.net. Use your reading keys to read the.
Control-Shift, left arrow.
David Robinson, less David@communic.net. Greater, select.
To Control-C.
Copied.
Then I'm going to Control-Shift-C.
Control-Shift-C. Untitled contact, full name edit, pasted.
Paste the information in. So now I have his first name and last name, and I'm going to select out his address. So Control-Shift left arrow to select it.
Greater, net, period, community, select David, less, selected.
Control-X.
Cut.
And then I'm going to tab down and insert that into the email.
Company edit, job type, file edit, contact, email index, email edit, type in text.
Paste.
Pasted, David Robinson, David@communic.net. Other suggestions, 1 of 1.
I know I put the greater than and less than in there, so I need
Greater, David Robinson, David@communic.net. Other suggestions, home.
And delete
less.
The less than.
Less. D. Less.
Okay, and then what you want to do is go ahead and save this. Now, once again, if you're not sure how to do that, I can tell you Control-S or Alt-S, or if you have 360.
Upper ribbon, contact tab to change ribbons, use H.
And notice the hotkey AV, save and close. That's another way to do it. But Alt-S or Control-S, so much faster. So I'm going to hit
escape, leaving menus, leaving ribbons.
And I'm going to do an Alt-S.
Alt-S, read, Dr. Denise M. Robinson, shared the folder, Bob, Jackie, fam.
Easy. So if you get a lot of contacts and you don't have them yet, that's a really fast way to add that. So I'm going to go ahead and Alt-F4.
Alt-F4, inbox, millenbacher@hotmail.com. Outlook.
Okay, so that is how you get an account set up into Outlook. Really, really easy. So while we're here, let's just go ahead and go through several commands in Outlook. First one I want to do is F9. That actually will force send or retrieve information really quickly.
100%. 2 of 4 tasks are completed successfully. Cancel all button to activate. Press spacebar. Alt plus C. 100%.
Okay. So the next thing I actually want to show you is how do you go ahead and download multiple attachments at one time. First thing I want to do is kind of check where I'm at, so I'm going to do Control Y.
Control Y, go to folder dialog, preview, inbox, 700 messages.
Yep, that's where I want to be.
Gmail, com open, inbox, 700 messages. The move through or expand items.
Okay.
2, Gmail, closed. Outbox. Listbox, unread, Microsoft Outlook.
So let's go ahead and down arrow
unread, attachment,
to all my attachments. And I want to go ahead and hit enter on that.
Attachments message HTML from DR.
So as soon as you open this, yes, there's different ways to do it, but this seems to be the smoothest. So I'm going to shift tab one time. I'm going to hit my applications key, and then I'm going to down arrow to save all. And then I'm going to I'm going to actually create a folder for it and save it in it, but you could actually select any folder to do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Shift tab one time.
Docs 14 KB 1 of 4 attachments button.
Okay, and it tells me 1 of 4. Well, you can download it one at a time, but wow, why? You can also hit enter on this right now, and it will immediately open in Word. I don't want to do any of that. I want to save these really quickly so then I can open them individually as I want. Applications key.
Applications menu to move through items, press up or down arrow key, preview key.
Okay, immediately, if you're visual, you see all of the options. If you're blind, you're going to go ahead and down arrow through the whole box in order to hear all of the options up here, because there is everything you need.
Oh, quick print, save as, save all attachments.
Okay, that's what I want. I'm going to hit enter.
Enter, leaving menus, save all attachments dialog, attachments, OK button
okay.
To activate, press spacebar.
Now, all of my attachments are in my list box, and I'm automatically on OK, because I already told my computer to download and save all of my attachments. So I'm going to hit enter on that now. Okay.
Save all attachments.
We come to our nice safe dialog box that we know very, very well. And I always tell my kids, you must Alt-D and listen to where you are at. Alt-D.
D, address edit combo, documents, to send the value, use the arrow keys or type the value, D.
Okay, that's exactly where I want to be. If I wanted to be in my English folder, I could type that. But I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder with Control-Shift-N. Control-Shift-N.
Control-Shift-N. Edit, new folder 2, type in text.
Okay, be exact with your information. So this is for training. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter. That solidifies the name. Okay. Just be realize I do have a lag just because I am Zoom and recording all of this, and that's just part of the little issue. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and Alt-N to my folder name.
Folder name, edit, new folder 2, type in text, Alt plus N, T-A,
start typing in this is for training and enter and open it.
This is for training.
Okay, and I'm ready to tell you I lost those attachments already, and that is the problem with screen capturing. Just realize your talking software is using that video card. Well, guess what? So is my capture. So I'm going to have to do that again. And I'm going to actually hit enter on that because I will be shocked if it actually saves all of these correctly, but it might. Hey, you never know. Let's hit enter. Okay. Okay, so right off the bat, we know the commands. We're going to go to File Explorer, so Windows E, and let's go check our work.
File Explorer, items, new list box, read only, frequent folders.
Okay, we know we saved this in Documents.
Download, documents.
Enter and open.
Enter. Documents, items, new multi-select list box.
Okay, we're going to go check. This is for training.
Detectives. T, this is for training.
Hit enter and open.
Enter.
Yowza!
This is for training. Items, new
Okay.
multi-select list box.
And I'm ready to tell you, I am a little shocked because screen capturing, and you guys already know this because I talk about it all the time, it really kind of negatively impacts my talking software, as it would anybody. But here you are. We love it. So that's how well that transfers. And like I said, very cool. I'm glad the screen capture did not negatively impact that. So I'm going to Alt F4 out of these.
Alt F4, Alt F4, Mr. Docs 14.
And I'm back here. So let's go ahead and do some replies. We've got Control R to reply, so let's Control R.
Do you want to download external content? Some content in this email message is located on the note.
Yeah, we're just going to say yes. Okay, and of course it immediately puts, and I'm the one that sent this to myself, so thanks so much. So of course if this is a teacher sending this information to you as a student, you of course always want to be very polite. Alt S to send. Okay. Hit escape out of that. Okay. Let's go ahead and just enter and open. I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually just open one document. So let's say there's only one attachment. Enter.
Attachments message HTML.
I'm going to Shift Tab one time.
And
actually, I'm going to right arrow one.
Shortcuts for Outlook.
Because I'm actually sending all of you this most common keyboard shortcuts for Outlook. So let's go ahead and just open that. I'm going to hit enter on that.
Opening Word.
And it opens.
Shift Windows right arrow. Most common keyboard shortcuts for Outlook.
Okay. Actually, I'm really glad this occurred. I want to go over protected view again because everyone gets these. It protects your machine from viruses if you don't know who they are from. If you get a protected view, you need to hit F6. And I'm already going to tell you, I'm going to bump into my navigation pane. I'm going to go ahead and close it, and then F6 to protected view. So let's go ahead and F6.
6. Navigation. Search document edit. Type in text.
Okay, now if you recall in my other videos, Control Space, C to close. So let's Control Space.
Control Space. Menu. Move. The
C to close.
Menus. Most common keyboard shortcuts.
Okay. Now, right now, what I'm going to tell you is you're going to have a clean F6 to where you want to be.
6. Message bars. Protected view. Be careful. Email attachments can contain viruses.
Tab.
Button.
One time.
Press enter.
And enter or spacebar. And there you are.
Okay.
So everyone's going to get this. Now, let's just go over the save commands. We would hit F12.
12. Save as dialog. File name. Edit combo. Most common keyboard shortcuts for Outlook. 0.
Yeah, what a great name. And of course, I can check where you're saving this. So you want to Alt-D once again.
D. Address edit combo. See users mail OneDrive documents. To set the value, use the arrow key.
Yeah. I want this to be in my OneDrive. I always want everything uploaded to my clouds because then I can use any one of my computers and I have all of my information right there at my fingertips. I love it, so all I have to do is Alt-S or Enter.
Most common keyboard shortcuts
and we're done.
002. Dots.
That, nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and Alt-F4 out of there.
Alt-F4, leaving menus, Microsoft Word document.
We're back, hit Escape and get out.
Escape.
Okay, I apparently was not focused on my Outlook. Let's check that. Sit on my Alt and Tab.
Attachments, message, HTML.
There we go. And escape. Okay. If in doubt, remember our Insert T and Insert Tab. So let's Insert T.
Most common keyboard shortcuts for Outlook. Docs, Word, Print.
Okay, nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go through some basic commands. Now, if you're visual, you're going to look at the bottom left-hand corner and you're going to actually see mail and calendar and tasks. But of course, there are hotkeys for all of our programs. So let's just kind of play with this. I'm going to do Control-2 to my calendar. Control-2.
Control-2.
Here we go. Remember, I got a delay.
Inbox digital inclusion Gmail.
Let's Control-2.
Calendar is computer only. Okay.
Well, I'm going to hush them up. What's so nice in all of Office, Control-N is always new. So if I'm in Calendar, I can do a new something. I'm going to take you to tasks and everything else, and Control-N is always going to be new. So let's do a Control-N.
Control-N, untitled appointment, title edit, type in text.
Okay, let's go ahead and just type in dentist. Now this is really handy for kids with homework also. So let's make this more applicable to the kids. Let's erase dentist. Okay, we've got a math test. Okay, study for this, because we're actually going to go in and we're going to set up an alarm for this also. Let's tab through.
Math test study for this appointment. Start date edit. Sat 2/8/2020. Type in text.
Probably not. So let's up arrow. Friday the 2nd. That's typically when our tests are. So I can just up and down arrow really quickly. Okay. And go to exactly where I need to go. Okay. 8 a.m. I'm going to tell you what's easiest is just type the time in. So listen, I'm going to say it's 10 a.m.
1 0.
Okay.
10 a.m.
Okay,
Microsoft
10 a.m. Tab.
Study for this appointment. Right.
It really doesn't matter, but we're going to keep the identical time on that because this is just going to give the kids a heads up, be prepared, eat breakfast, etc., etc. And they can also set it up for homework for that night. Okay, let's keep going. Yep, it actually doesn't matter. You can go ahead and have them check that. This is more for like meetings and adults, but the kids do use it. It's really great. Okay, and then let's go ahead and save it with Alt-S, which is save and close. Okay, and of course it automatically puts it in your calendar. Okay, so let's go ahead and do contacts. So let's do Control-3 for our contacts. There we go. Okay. And Control-N, once again, is new contact. So Control-N.
Control-N, untitled contact, full name, edit, type of text.
Okay, we're going to just add another of my emails.
Microsoft Candidate UI.
Oh, and I did not misspell it. Okay. Now, if you've ever typed someone's name in your contact or replied to them, it will automatically pop up. If it doesn't, use the method I showed you. You Shift-Tab up to it, you select it, copy it, and immediately Control-Shift-C to come into your contacts to put this information in. It just makes it easier. I'm going to, okay, Denise M. Robinson, that's not the one I'm using, so I'm actually going to have to type it in. Okay. And I'm going to use Denise Rob at gmail.com. Now, just to save it is Control-S, and then you can immediately create a new one. But this is all I'm going to do, so I'm just going to do Alt-S, which is save and close. And there I am. We already know importing them so much faster, but of course I just want to show you how all these features are done. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a task. Now this is the one which is great for homework. The child is going to do Control-4, or you. Hey, it's all good.
Robinson, presence of home.
Okay, so I just got a not responding. So it's unhappy with everything that's going on. Let me show you how to deal with that. You're going to Control-Shift-Escape.
Control-Shift-Escape. List of items, list box. To move to an item, press the arrow keys.
Okay, so we've got several items going. There's my screen recorder. Malwarebytes. Phenomenal for keeping your computer clean if you don't know, if you don't have a good one. And down arrow to the offending program.
Says Microsoft Outlook closed. Name Microsoft Outlook 2.
Okay, and that's the one that's not responding. And so what we're going to do is literally end that and then go back into it. End it with Alt-E.
End task button to activate. Press spacebar.
I want you to refresh your CPU with F5.
F5.
Okay, and that gets everything going again. While I'm here, I want to go ahead and tab around. I'm going to just close one more program.
Says tab, the list of items table.
Here we go, list of items.
Process.
Okay, once again, Alt-E to end it.
Alt-E, end task button to activate. Press spacebar, Alt+E.
Okay, and then F5 to refresh your CPU. F5. And so it doesn't matter how many programs you have going. That is just an excellent way to stop the offense, the offending program, so you can get back to work. So I'm going to go ahead and Alt F4, and we're going to reopen Outlook.
F4.
Here we go, and reopen Outlook. Start key.
Outlook.
There we go, and enter.
Opening Outlook. Inbox and Robinson in your vision. Com Outlook list box unread attached.
And the last one we were working on is Control-4.
To-do list and Robinson in your vision.
To-do list. This is the one we love, love, love. Okay, let's do a Control-N.
Control-N, untitled task, subject edit, type of text, Alt+E.
Okay, study for math test, because of course we've got a test on Friday, so let's go ahead and tab.
Study for math test task, start date edit, none, type of text.
Okay, let's just down arrow. Sunday, nope. Okay, we know the test is on Friday 2/7. And actually, yeah, okay, so that's last week. No big deal. Let's just up arrow. So we need to study for it on Wednesday, tab. Well, we know our test is going to be on Friday the 7th, so let's go ahead and tab again. It is not started. Shame on us, but we will get it going. So you can down arrow, okay? to other items, but we have not started it yet, so tab. No. High priority. 0% because I have not started studying for it yet. Oh yeah, every day we want a reminder on that, so tab. Let's go up. Okay, we're going to start the reminders on Wednesday, tab. Well, 8, probably let's just say 4 p.m. when I get home from school. Okay, and then tab. Oh yeah. Reminder sound button. It will literally go ding, ding, ding on you. We're going to spay. Yep. Tapped OK. Spacebar. Yep. We're good. And we're going to go ahead and Alt-S to save and close. Love it. Okay. So now let me show you how to mark things as high priority also. So let's Control-1 back to our inbox. Actually, it's Control-Y because I want to go back to my Teach Blind. Okay, we've got those commands down. Okay, now let's say you want to go down and something's really, really important. So I'm going to go down to my attachments. I can just hit my Insert key and this will immediately make it a priority.
If there are problems with how this message is displayed, click upper ribbon menu to move through the controls on this leaving menus, list box, attachments.
Okay. If the insert key, for whatever reason, is having an issue, I want you to go to your home and I'm going to show you how to mark it. So Alt-H, U to follow up. Well, I've already flagged it, but I can clear it with E if I want to. Okay. But I don't want to clear it. So if your insert key is having an issue, because we always need to know more than one way to do something, you always have that, Alt-H-U. Okay, let's go ahead and hit escape and get out.
Escape, upper ribbon, follow up,
and escape again.
Escape, leaving menus, home tab, to change ribbons, use left or right arrows, to escape,
okay, menus, now our Control-Shift-B, because we want to go ahead and go into our address book, very, very important. So let's go ahead and Control-Shift-B.
Address book, contacts this computer only. Search.
Okay, I showed you this a little bit when I was emailing, but you need to add your emails here since this is a brand new email that I just set up. We only have me added there. So just know you can add there. You can go ahead and let's go to the address book quickly with Alt-D.
Address book combo box, contacts this computer only, 202.
So if you do not have any of your contacts in here, go to your address book. Okay. And I have not added any contacts actually from Denise M. Robinson either. And that's actually a fairly new account, so I have not imported any of that. I do not use my client very often, but I teach it to all the students because it's so easy for beginners. And then we move them to Gmail. So I'm going to go ahead and hit escape and get out of that. But if I wanted to, I hit enter on that and then of course tab into my box. So let's go ahead and go back to the other one. Okay, and then I can tab in. Okay. Okay, and that's how you get into your address book. Okay, so those are some nice basics, and as we keep moving along in our webinars, I will keep getting more sophisticated for you. And then I just want to touch quickly on YouTube before we go, just so you've got these commands also. So I'm going to go ahead and Alt F4.
F4.
Oh, and there was my reminder I just sat on also. So let's go ahead and Windows 3 to open Chrome.
Taskbar, alert, and folder, Alt-Shift-A, Google Chrome,
okay.
Your default browser.
I'm going to tell you these commands. Once again, my screen capturing is negatively impacting what's going to happen. So I'm actually going to auditorily tell you how this works when you do not have JAWS and your screen capturing going. So I'm going to type in YouTube.
Enter. Okay. One frame, 4 regions.
I'm going to hush them up, and whenever you want to search for a video, you're going to hit E for edit and then enter for form split on. So I'm going to hit E.
Search, edit, search.
Enter.
Enter region. Search region.
Okay. And I'm going to do Call of the Wild by Jack London. So, because I want to be more specific, Call of the Wild, Jack. Okay. Now, you can also immediately start down arrowing because, and if you don't know this yet, your computer is always trying to figure you out and learn from you, and it always populates anything in any search box. So let's say I did not know who the author was. I could also just down arrow.
Google Chrome.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you if I did not have screen capturing on right now, it'd say Call of the Wild Jack London audiobook. But I'm going to go ahead and hit enter on that.
Main region. Search filters link. Search filters toggle button.
Okay, and here we are. And I'm going to hit H for heading, and I'm hoping I hear the Call of the Wild by Jack London. Let's find out. So far, so good. That is what I want. Now, before I hit enter on this, because he's going to be talking and he's going to impair you hearing me, I'm going to insert Z cursor off. And the reason why you want to do that is because K becomes play and pause. That's the letter K. I don't know, kite. I don't know what to tell you on that. The screen capture also negatively impacts my slider bar, but I could shift tab to the slider and then I can speed up and slow down. I'm going to have to use insert F5 on that. What you also want to remember is when you're listening to an audio or a movie, you're going to put JAWS on demand with insert space S because you don't want to hear him gabbing as you're trying to listen to something. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow through on those commands. I'm going to hit enter and immediately insert Z.
The Call of the Wild by Jack London full audio book greatest audio book system by audio length off.
Okay, and hit K.
This is okay.
And it pauses. Easy, easy, easy. So I'm going to see how many commands I can actually do with my screen capture. F is full view, so if you're low vision, F works really nicely.
KF alert.
We love that. And of course, you can go ahead and hit K again, and it's going to start playing. I'm going to hit escape, so I can just take you through the commands.
Escape, the Call of the Wild by Jack London.
Okay. Now, typically, you can immediately shift tab up to your slider view, but I'm going to tell you that's an issue. I did hit insert Z cursor on, so I can actually insert F5 and show you this next feature. So insert Z, and I'm going to insert F5.
Select the form field dialog. List 1.
And you want to go to slider.
Skip tab S, search at S, search but S, settings but S, sign but S, seek slider 0,
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Now the reason why you want to do the seek slider is, so I'm going to tell you the commands so you will know, because this will not work correctly while I am doing screen capture. So this is a 3.5 hour book. Well, sometimes you can sit there for that long, but let's say you don't. You always want to make note of what time you're leaving off, and you can always go back to your seek slider and it will tell you. So let's say we are up to 20 minutes. We've already listened to 20 minutes of the book and we want to go back there. I can tell you I would hit the number 1 and it's going to get me up to about 21. But then I can sit on the down arrow, just sit on it, and it will progress me down very, very quickly. And I let go, and it will actually tell me the time of how much I've progressed down. Let's say I was 25. So then what I would do is I would sit on the up arrow, and it would progress me very, very quickly to the next level. 0 would immediately get me back to a 0 level. 1 progresses me a certain amount of time, and it's different based on how long your audio or your movie is. And then you've got 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 9, and then 0 gets you back to nothing. And you also can see the hotkeys in here.
K button,
okay, play K.
Next shift that button, 11 to 46.
Okay. And mute. So that is another issue. I'm going to tell you, kids accidentally hit M and they have no idea why they can't hear anything. You know, you just tell them, hey, just hit N and unmute. So let's go back. Let's see how well my screen capture is working with my JAWS today. So I'm going to hit enter on this, and what I'm going to do is just hit number 1 and number 2, and you're going to see it progress up. And typically during screen capture, if I hit up arrow, it will progress really, really rapidly, but you're not going to hear it, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Hit enter and seek.
Main region, complementary region, YouTube video.
Okay, I'm going to need to go back to my insert Z, cursor off.
Off.
Okay, and now let's go ahead and hit 1.
20 minutes, 28 seconds, so 3 hours, 24 minutes, 40
Okay,
seconds.
it's acting really, really nicely. So I'm going to hit my down arrow to see if it will progress down for me.
20 minutes, 20
Ooh,
seconds, 20 minutes,
wow.
20 minutes, 18 seconds, 20 minutes, 30, 20 minutes,
Okay.
6 seconds, so 3 hours, 24 minutes, 40
Now it's acting really, really nice. So I'm going to hit, just sit on my down arrow. Let's say I want to go down to 15 minutes. And of course, if you're blind, you're just taking a guess. But the more you do this, the better you'll get at it. So I'm going to sit on it for about 3 seconds. Here we go.
20 minutes, 18 minutes, 38 seconds, so 3 hours, 24 minutes, 47 seconds, 17 minutes, 53
17 minutes,
seconds, so 3 hours,
53.
24
Not too bad. So I would, of course, sit on it for 3 more seconds. So let's go ahead and say I want to progress. So I'm going to sit on the up arrow. And let's go ahead and watch it progress up.
17,
Here we go. Okay.
26 minutes, 13 seconds, so 3
Okay,
hours,
and up to
24
26. I think you're getting the idea. Let me go ahead and hit 0. Now, you have to use the number keys above your QWERTY keys. You cannot use your numpad on these. So let's go ahead and hit 0.
0 minutes,
0
seconds, so 3 hours.
Okay, let's go ahead and hit 1.
20 minutes,
20 minutes. Let's go ahead and hit 2.
40 minutes, 57 seconds, so 3 hours.
So this is a 3.5 hour book. That's the reason why it's progressing at 20 minutes at a time. If this is only an hour book, 1, 2, and 3 are going to act totally differently. Let's go ahead and just hit 7.
2 hours, 20
2 hours and
21
20.
seconds,
Okay,
so 3.
I think you guys are getting the idea. So I just wanted to give you those commands because, oh my gosh, the students are using a lot of videos, and everybody already knows Google big time. And I think I'm going to hit Newsela one of these times also because a lot of schools are using that. Anyway, I did want to give you the heads up on how to do YouTube videos so you guys can get going on that also. And I could just immediately tab. It's cooperating now. Let's just tab and see.
K button.
Oh yeah, play. And you heard K.
Next, Shift N button to activate.
Okay, Shift N, next.
New N button to activate.
Okay, now remember, we already know that's M.
Left right slider 100% volume
Okay.
to increase or decrease, use the arrow.
And I could just use my arrow keys on that. Okay, so, wow, I love it. My screen capture is doing a fabulous job today. Okay, so that are the commands, I guess. That is all the commands for this webinar, and keep the emails coming and the requests, and we will just keep working in all those lessons.